When you purchase Adobe Illustrator or any of the Creative Suite packages, you also get an additional program called the Adobe Bridge. The Bridge is an incredibly useful tool that I think you'll come to appreciate once you use it. Let's take a look. I'm beginning this video with Adobe Illustrator already open on my computer, and I don't have a document open right now, but that's done intentionally because I want you to focus on this area up here in the application bar. You'll notice that there's an icon, and when you hover over it, it'll say Go to Bridge. Go ahead and click that button, and if the bridge isn't already open, it'll take a few seconds to launch. In my case, the bridge is already running in the background, and you can see that by default, it's showing me the contents of my desktop. So the bridge over here in the upper left-hand corner is your navigation area. You can access favorites on your computer, such as your home folder, desktop, documents, and so on. Or you could go directly to the folder structure of your computer and navigate that way. Now I'm going to use the Favorites tab, and I'm going to click on the desktop, and I have my exercise files folder at that location. If you double-click on that exercise files folder, you'll see that it shows you the contents of that folder. Now what we're going to do, let's go ahead and double click on the Chapter 4 folder. So I'm going to double click on Chapter 4, and you can see it shows me the contents of that folder. The Bridge is essentially a file browser with some benefits, because when you're browsing files in the Finder or Windows Explorer, oftentimes you can't see a thumbnail or a preview of what that image is going to look like in the Finder or Windows Explorer. What I'm going to do is up here in the upper left corner, I'm going to click the left arrow to go back one level. Let's go to Chapter 3. You'll notice it shows you the contents of that folder. Now you'll notice on my screen, up here at the top, I have my path bar. And if you don't see that, simply go to the window menu and choose Path Bar from the list. I find the path bar quite useful because it shows me where I am in my directory structure, and it also helps me to navigate at this point. You'll notice where it says Exercise Files. If I click the arrow to the right, I can access any of the folders within the Exercise Files folder very quickly and easily. I'm just going to click off of that to get out of there. Now, in addition, I can change the size of these thumbnails. You'll notice down here in the lower right, I have a little slider. And if I click and drag, I can change the size of these thumbnails as they appear in my document window. So you can customize this to your preference. In addition, when you click on one of these files, it'll also show you a preview over here. And one of the cool things about the Bridge is you'll notice that in the preview area, I get a magnifying tool or a zoom tool. And if I click, I could get a higher level zoom, and I can drag around here to get a better look at the artwork in my document. And when you're done there, just click again and that'll go away. In addition, let's click on this artboards_finish.ai file. You'll notice that the preview section also shows you the multiple artboards within your file. So if you use these arrows, you can actually navigate between the different artboards in the document. This is a great time to point out that the Bridge doesn't work with just Illustrator files. It works with Photoshop, InDesign, PDF, and many other file formats. Now, where you really get a benefit in the Bridge is that if you select one of these files in the content area, you'll notice down here in the lower right-hand corner, you have a metadata section where it shows you information about the file. So you'll notice if I scroll down here, it's showing me the file size and image dimensions. But if I scroll down even further, you're going to find some really useful information. It shows you the plates that are in this file. It also shows you all the swatches that are located in this file. Very, very powerful. In addition, we have a keywords section, and this is where you could plug in your own keywords if you want to. So as a quick example, let's click on the boy document, and over here in the keywords area, you can enter any one of the predefined keywords that are located in here if you want to. You can also click on the panel menu and choose New Keyword. So in this keyword field, I'm going to type children. And then I'm going to click the checkbox next to children to apply that keyword to this file. I'm going to do that to the girl image as well. Apply children. Then over here we have the image of the bus. What I'm going to do here, let's add another keyword. And I'm going to type transportation. Again, we'll click the checkbox to apply that keyword. Let's do the same thing for the car. And what this allows you to do is now search for images within your current directory or in other directories by keyword. So for example, down here in the search field, we can type children, and it's going to find the keyword in here where children is used. But in addition, what you can do is you can filter by keyword. So if I go to the Edit menu and choose Find, I can say for criteria that the keywords contains children. When I press Find, it's going to show me all of the keywords or all the images that contain the children keyword. As you can see, if I click on car, you'll notice here that I accidentally applied children to the car. So I'm just going to turn that off. And now we can close this search result. Let's do that search one more time. Edit, Find, do a search for children. You'll see it only shows images that contain the keyword children. Very, very powerful. I'm going to go ahead and close this. The other way you can find images by keywords is over here in the lower left-hand corner, which is the filter area. You'll notice we now have a keywords section, and if you open the disclosure triangle, you can see that there are multiple keywords applied to the images in this directory. If I click on children, it's going to filter what shows up in my content area to only images of children. Click it again to turn it off. Click on transportation, and that filters the keywords that have the word transportation. Again, very, very powerful. You can filter by other criteria as well. For instance, date modified. You can go to orientation and show landscape view or portrait view. And you can even show square images. I should point out that the filter criteria is generated based on the images that you're viewing. So this criteria is built on demand. Go ahead and turn that off. In addition, the bridge is a great way to view your images. For instance, if you wanted to kind of show some images to a client, or you just wanted a way to review your images and maybe pick some that you like or don't like, what I'm going to do is I'll click one of these images, then I'm going to press Command A on Mac or Control A on Windows to select all of them. I'm then going to go to the View menu and choose Review Mode. What's pretty cool about this mode is that you can use the left and right arrow keys on your keyboard to kind of review these images and pick the ones that you like or don't like. So for example, maybe we'll go to this logo, and I say, you know what, this logo looks pretty good. Down here at the bottom of the image is the star rating. So what you can do is you can use the numbers 1 through 5 on your keyboard to rate this image. So if I press the number 5 on my keyboard, I've now applied a 5-star rating to this image. Press the right arrow key. That one's pretty good. Maybe I'll apply a 3-star rating. Right arrow. This one's good, 3-star. Right arrow. Then I'll press the 5-star rating. As you can see, you can just continue rating these images as you wish. You can also press the Escape key to get out of review mode. And you'll also notice that now inside of your content area, you can see the star rating that you applied. Once applying a star rating, as you might expect in your filter area, you can filter by star rating as well. So I can show all my 5-star ratings, and I'll show my 3-star rating. Last but not least, the bridge is a great way to generate a contact sheet of content that you have on your computer. So for example, maybe I wanted to create a contact sheet of all of these images. What I can do is select one of these files, press Command A on Mac or Control A on Windows to select them all, and then I'm going to come over here to the Output section. So I'll click on the Output tab, and then that will show me a new area. Output allows me to generate a PDF file or a web gallery of all the images that I have selected. So this current template is set up for a 2x2 cell. You can click on the drop down. Maybe I want a bigger cell. This one I'm going to choose a 4x5 contact sheet. Then you can set your paper size. I'll choose US paper, and many other options. So down here you have the layout category where you can specify how far apart your images are going to appear, and many other options as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down here, and everything looks pretty good. So I'm going to choose View PDF After Save. I'm going to click the Save button, and let's go ahead and just put this on my desktop. And I'll call this Contact Sheet. Click Save, and it's going to generate a PDF file. And because I chose View After Save, you'll see that it automatically opens a PDF in either Acrobat or Acrobat Reader and is showing me a contact sheet of all those images that I had. In my experience, people tend to avoid using the bridge because they don't initially see the value. But as you can see, there's a lot under the hood with the bridge. Give the bridge a try, and I think it will become a staple application when you're using Illustrator and other Adobe applications as well.